Divine grace of Bhagavad-gītā Swami Śukadeva Gosvāmī ISKCON Unity Pandagacharya Divine grace Śukadeva अनंतकोटि वैष्णव भक्तवृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कह श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ राधा पुंसाम गोवर्धन की जय। मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जय। श्री नवदीप मायापुर धाम की जय। गंगा मैया जमुना मैया की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद्भागवतम की जय। वृंदावन तुलसी महाराज की जय। श्री श्री गौरताय की जय। श्री श्री कृष्ण राम की जय। राधा श्याम सुंदर ललिता विशाखा की जय। संकीर्तन जगत की जय। समवेत वैष्णव भक्तवृंद की जय। All glories to ascending devotees. All glories to ascending devotees. All glories to ascending devotees.
सब लोग बैठ जाओ शादी।
हरे कृष्ण। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवते उत्तम-श्लोके भक्ति भवति नैष्ठिके। So today is 1st January 2014. So for most of the peoples today is New Year. Just now I was just going to my room. His Grace Bhuvaneshwar Prabhu told me Happy New Year. Okay. Because about 75% of world population is Christians. So that's why today is New Year. And according to Gaudiya Vaishnava, which is the New Year? And Goravta, the appearance of Lord Chaitanya Maharaj. Okay, today's verse is selected by His Holiness Giriraj Swami Maharaj. This class is supposed to be given by Maharaj. Somehow or other, I am here to give this class of the same verse. This is reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 2nd Canto, Chapter 3, Pure Devotional Service, Text 17. Āyur harati puṁsām udyan astam ca yann asau tasyarte yat-kṣaṇo nītaḥ uttama-śloka-vārtayā āyur harati puṁsām udyan astam ca yann asau tasyarte yat-kṣaṇo nīta uttama-śloka-vārtayā āyur harati puṁsām udyan astam ca yann asau tasyarte yat-kṣaṇo nīta uttama-śloka-vārtayā āyur harati puṁsām udyan astam ca yann asau tasyarte yat-kṣaṇo nīta uttama-śloka-vārtayā माताएं āyur puṁsām udyan astam asau tasyarte yat-kṣaṇo uttama-śloka-vārtayā What meaning? Āyuḥ, duration of life. Harati, decreases. Vai, certainly. Puṁsām, of the people. Udyan, rising. Astam, setting. Ca, also. Yann, moving. Asau, the sun. Tasya, of one who glorifies the Lord. Nīta, except. Yat, by whom. kṣaṇaḥ, time. nītaḥ, utilized. uttama-śloka-vārtayā, the all good personality of Godhead. Vārtayā, in the topics of. Translation and purport by divine grace. Abhay Charana Aravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Śukadeva Gosvāmī. Translation. Both by rising and by setting, the sun decreases the duration of life. Everyone, except one who utilizes the time by decreasing, except one who utilizes the time by discussing topics of all good personality of Godhead. Please repeat. Both by rising and by setting, the sun decreases the duration of life of everyone, except one who utilizes the time by discussing topics of the all good personality of Godhead. This verse indirectly confirms the greater importance of utilizing the human form of life to realize our lost relationship with the Supreme Lord by acceleration of devotional service. Time and tide wait for no man. So, the time indicated by the sunrise and the sunset will be uselessly wasted if such time is not properly utilized for realizing identification of spiritual values. Even a fraction of the duration of life wasted cannot be compensated by any amount of gold. Human life is simply awarded to a living entity or jīva so that he can realize his spiritual identity and his permanent source of happiness. A living being, especially the human being, is seeking happiness because happiness is the natural situation of the living entity. But he is merely seeking happiness in the material atmosphere. A living being is constitutionally a spiritual spark of the complete whole, and his happiness can be perfectly perceived in spiritual activities. The Lord is the complete spiritual whole or spirit whole, and his name, form, quality, pastimes, entourage, and personality are all identical with him. Once a person comes into contact with any one of the above mentioned energies of the Lord through the proper channel of devotional service, the door but the perfection is immediately upon you. In the Bhagavad-gītā 2:14, the Lord has explained such conduct in the following words. Endeavors in devotional service are never baffled, nor is there failure. A slight beginning of such activities is sufficient even to deliver a person from the great ocean of material fears. As a highly potent drug injected intravenously acts at once on the whole body, the transcendental topics of the Lord injected through the ear of the pure devotee of the Lord can act very efficiently. Oral realization of the transcendental messages implies total realization, just as fructification of one part of the tree implies fructification of all other parts. This realization for a moment in the association of pure devotees like Śukadeva Gosvāmī prepares one's complete life for eternity. And thus the sun fails to rob the pure devotee of his duration of life, insomuch as he is constantly busy in devotional service of the Lord, purifying his existence. Death is a symptom of the material infection of the eternal living being. Only due to material infection is the eternal living entity subjected to the law of birth, death, old age and disease. The materialistic way of pious activities like charity is recommended in the Smriti Shastra as quoted by Vishnu Chakravarti. Money given in charity to a suitable person is guaranteed bank balance in the next life. Such charity is recommended to be given to a Brahmana. If the money is given in charity to a non-Brahmana without Brahmanical qualification, the money is returned in the next life in the same proportion. If it is given in charity to a half-educated Brahmana, even then the money is returned double. If money is given in charity to a learned and fully qualified Brahmana, the money is returned 100 and 1,000 times. And if the money is given to a Veda Paraga, one who is factually realized the path of the Vedas, it is returned by unlimited multiplication. The ultimate end of Vedic knowledge is realization of the personality of Godhead. Lord Krishna has stated in Bhagavad-gītā, Vedaischa sarvair ahameva vedyo. There is guarantee of monies being returned if given in charity regardless of the proportion. Similarly, a moment passed in association of this pure devotee by hearing and chanting the transcendental messages of the Lord is a perfect guarantee for eternal life. For returning home, they have to Godhead. Madhama gatva punarjanamana vidyate. In other words, a devotee of the Lord is guaranteed eternal life. A devotee's old age or disease in the present life is but an impetus to such guaranteed eternal life. Srila Prabhupada ki Om Jnanati Mirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakyurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadāmayam Gadāti Swagadānvitam Vande Aham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathamidam Tam Sarivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri सहगणा ललिता श्रीसखानुतांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे शेषः शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशकारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरविसे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकानन्द राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते भक्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। आयुर् हरति वै पुंसाम् udyan astam yann asau tasyarte yat-kṣaṇo nītaḥ uttama-śloka-vārtayā. Both by rising and by setting, the sun decreases the duration of life of everyone, except one who utilizes the time by discussing topics of the all-good personality of Godhead. So we are becoming happy, because today is Happy New Year. We are entering 2014. So like someone is born in 2010, then how many years? She born in 2010, then in 2014. On 1st January 2010, suppose he is born. Then now is 4 years completed, 5th year study. But what is Maharaj is thinking? Maharaj minister, his prime minister is Chitraguప్ta. He is thinking, now this living entity is supposed to live 70 years in this earthly planet. Now reducing one year. So now he is thinking, okay, here his parents are becoming very happy. My child is growing. But Maharaj is telling, very nice. This living entity is supposed to come to our assembly of this Jamaloka after 66 years. So everyone thinking our child, we are growing and we will enjoy this world. But actually, it's fact. Anyone just, I ask, sometimes we work, we ask someone, how are you? And he tells, yes, I am okay. I am okay, yes. But actually no one is okay in this material world. Everyone is suffering. After creating this material world, the Creator put signboard. What is signboard? Dukkhalayam asvasatam anityam asukha lokam. And we are forgetting to see this signboard. What is the nature of this material world? Krishna is telling, anityam asukham lokam imam prapya bhajasumam. Samavadhar. You are born in this material world, but you should understand that what is the nature of this material world. This is temporary and this is miserable. You may try with all effort to get happiness, but it is never possible. This is the nature of the material world. But still, we are thinking, the conditions of thinking to enjoy this material world. Because he is part and parcel of the supreme enjoyer, Krishna, Sachidananda Vigraha. So being part and parcel of the supreme Lord, because he is topmost enjoyer, supreme enjoyer, so we are also thinking we are little enjoyer. We can also enjoy. But this is not fact. One can enjoy by connecting himself to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When you cut off this connection and independently try to enjoy, it is not possible. That's why it is spoken in Bhagavatam, Jatha karormula nisechanena trupyanti tatskandha bhujopasakha prano bharena jatha indriyanam tathaiva sarvana chitejya. Śukadeva Gosvāmī giving a nice analogy. Jatha karormula nisechanena. If you want to see a tree full of with green leaves and flowers and fruits, and what you have to do? You have to pour water at the root of the tree. If you want to see yourself in a healthy body, then you have to supply food to your stomach, to your belly. Similarly, if you want to be actually pleased in this material world or to be happy in this material world, then you have to satisfy the chief Vishnu. Jasmin tushte, jagat tushte. Unless you are able to please the Supreme Lord Vishnu, there is no other way that you can become happy. This is the only way to become happy. If you engaged in devotional service. So that's why this verse is very important verse. That by both rising and setting, the sun decreases the duration of life of everyone. Everyone. You know, there is no Prabhupada writing in Purport. The time and tide wait for no man. It always goes on, decreasing our life. So, but one who utilizes the time by discussing topics of all good personality of Godhead, Vishnu, his duration of time is not decreasing. How it is? Everyone's time is decreasing. So how time is not decreasing of a devotee who is always engaged in hearing Krishna Katha? Everyone has to die. Jatasya hi dhruva mrityu. You have taken a bath and one day you have accepted this material body and one day you have to leave this material body. So how he said that the duration of life is not decreased of a devotee. How it is possible? Actually devotee also die. And materialistic person also die. But Prabhupada gave example of a cat. Death is what? Like a cat. The cat sometimes catches the kidney, taking one place to other, own child. Transfer. How is he carries the child? With her mouth. Same cat sometimes also grab a mouse. So what situation of the mouse? Mouse is just shaking, topmost painful condition. But what is the situation of the kitten? He is happily just thinking, my mother is taking to me a better place. Actually, no, this like Supreme Personality of Godhead, He is immortal. So all living entities are also immortal, being part and parcel of Supreme Lord. Mama Ivan Sadiva Roge Jiva Bhuta Sanatana is also Sanatana. But falsely, we are identifying ourselves with this body. That's why thinking we are attached to this body. So we don't want to give up this body. That's why unless we get to pain to the extent of described in Shastra, 10,000 scorpions biting you at the same time. Unless you get to come to that point of painful condition, no living entity want to leave this body in conditions. But a liberal stage, a devotee, he don't care for death. Rather he invites death. Dhruva Maharaj, when death personified come in front of him, he told Dhruva, now your time is come to leave this body and go to, according to your devotional service, you are supposed to return back to Godhead. So please give up this material body. Dhruva Maharaj even did not listen to the personified death. He put his feet on the head of death and just climbed with what? Aeroplane that is come to receive him from the Vaikuntha planet, from the world. So a devotee never fearful. He knows this is death is also Krishna. Ka asmin loka khaya prita Prabodhanand Gītā. Krishna is telling in Mahabharata when Arjuna saw this universal form and he became very fearful. Oh Lord, who are you? I am very much fearful now. Lord told, I am time. Kalasmin Loka Khaya Prabodhanand, and just like this bar system. The time decreases the duration of life of everyone. But devotees know this. But devotees becoming rather they are thinking, in this lifetime, I must utilize my whole time for hearing and chanting, apart from in pure devotional service. So he never fears for death. Rather he was thinking, when this time will come, I may leave this body and enter to the spiritual planet, eternally serve my Lord there. So devotees never fearful of death. Rather, only the conditioned souls, those who are so much entangled in this material world, falsely for the bodily pleasure, they are remain always fearful. So uttama-śloka-vārtayā, this verse is telling that tasyarte yat-kṣaṇo uttama-śloka-vārtayā, who utilizes time by discussing topics of all Personality of Godhead, their lifespan is not decreasing. So that is the real goal of the human beings. Otherwise, ahara nidra bhayamaithurancha samanyayetat pasubhi naranam dharma tu eka adhika visesa dharmena hina pasubhi samana. Ahara nidra bhayamaithu, everyone is doing in 84 lakhs of species. All the living entities in any body are doing the same thing, this fourth thing. What is the speciality of a human being? Dharma tu eka adhika visesa. Dharma. A human being can follow the principles of religion. एक अधिक विशेष धर्मेण ही ना वसुदेश। What is dharma of a living human being? What is the real dharma of a living being? Jiva Swarup hai Krishna Nitya. To understand his own Swarup. That I am the eternal servant of Krishna. Then, after understanding this, what is duty? To serve the Supreme Lord. Kehu mane, kehu na mane, savitar das. Jehu na mane, apana gune, sehi jaye nas. Vrindavan Das Thakur speaking in Chaitanya Bhagavad. Someone is recognizing or someone is not recognizing the Supreme Lord. But everyone is eternal servant of Supreme Lord. Those who are recognizing their position as eternal servant of the Lord and engage themselves in devotional service, their life become perfect. And those who are not recognizing this, they are thinking, I am independent. Ishwara aham bhogi, siddha aham balavan sukhi, like Hiranyakashipu or Ravana. Sehi jaye nas. Then he is definitely destined to be destroyed. So that is depend upon us what to do. The real dharma of a living entity is nitya dharma. There are two types of dharma, nitya dharma and naimittic dharma. Naimittic dharma is to look after this body. Because we are in this human form, how can we perform devotional service? We have to look after also this body. Bhaktivinoda Thakur used to say, you must maintain a healthy body. Otherwise, how can you perform devotional service perfectly? But that is nitya, that is naimittic. What is nitya dharma? The eternal duty is to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So how the service started? Navadha Bhakti, by the principles of devotional service, ninefold. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Tasyam Sakhyam Atma Nivedanam Iti puṁsām bhaktisyat navadakhyana. How can we connect ourselves with the Supreme Lord and serve Him? Process is given. First process is Shravana, hearing. And for this Kali Yuga, specifically in this Kali Yuga, these two processes most important. Shravanam, Kirtanam, chanting and hearing. Then we come to the stage of remembering. The real goal to achieve is to remember Krishna all the time. Smartavya sapatam Vishnu, Vismartavya najatuchit, sarva vidhi nishadhesu etoyareva kinga. Whatever we are doing, following all these rules, regulations, whatever we are doing, what is the goal? Always remember Krishna, never forget Him. At any time death will come. Kamala dala jala jivana talamala bhajau haripada nīta. This life is just like a drop of water on a lotus leaf. It's just any time it will fall down. So that is the goal, to remember Krishna all the time. There is one small boy in Puri, his name was Gopal. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very much like that boy. And he was always moving around Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And one time Mahaprabhu was just entering to bathroom or something. Then he is not talking, putting his mouth. Then this boy is telling, why you like this, not talking? I told I have to, going to pass him or something. He told, so death can come any time. So what will do? If someone is in the bathroom and is passing, time of passing school or he cannot talk, put his in. And death will immediately attack him. What he will do? He will not talk that time. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, now you become my guru also. So that boy, from that day, Mahaprabhu told him, from today, your name is Gopal. You are even teaching me that any time one is to chant Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is new year or this is old year? Old every time. A devotee has to chant 24 hours a day, all the time. Remember Krishna. Always remember Krishna, never forget sin. This process, but to remember Krishna, we start from chanting. Chanting the name of the Lord and hearing. That's why this verse is giving so much importance, discussing topics of all good personality of Godhead. That is the nature of a devotee. Who is a devotee? What is the qualification of a devotee? What is the definition of a devotee? Lord himself gave the definition in Bhagavad-gītā, 10th chapter, 9th verse. Madchita madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam kathayanta mam nityam tusyanti cha ramanti cha. The devotee. Madchita, his mind is always fixed at the lotus feet of the Lord. Madgata prana, his life is completely dedicated for the devotional service of the Lord. Madgata prana. Bodhayanta parasparam, kathayanta mam. When a devotee meet together, and one devotee meet another devotee, what is the topic they discuss? They discuss only Krishna Katha, and no other topic, no other discussion. Just like businessmen, Prabhupada gave example, just like businessmen meet another businessman. So they talk about business, about their personal business, about the money matters, also so many things. But when a devotee meet each other, who is a devotee? Bodhayanta parasparam, kathayanta mam nityam, all the time. They talk about me, like a madman. They get pleasure by talking about Krishna. Prabhupada wrote in Purport about Krishna's name, his qualities, his pastimes, all these topics they discuss. When the devotees get together, they discuss all these topics. Bodhayanta parasparam kathayanta mam nityam tusyanti ramanti. Why they are talking? Because by discussing these topics, tusyanti, they get ultimate pleasure. That's why they are always engaged in such activities. How they get pleasure? Prabhupada gave the example in the verse. Just like in material world, in material sense, a young boy and a young girl, they are always hankering how to meet in a secluded place. They have love. When one boy and one young girl, they love each other in material sense. And when they meet in a secluded place alone, they become very enchanted. Similarly, this is a crude example, but devotees, they get happiness even 1,000 times more than this pleasure, this material pleasure. So that's why devotees are always engaged in talking about Krishna, hearing about Krishna. From whom we can hear? From a sadhu. Avaishnamba mukhat kirna uta hari kathamitam savanam naiva kartavyam sarvachishta jatha. You may hear this Krishna Katha, but not from the non-devotees. Just like milk is like nectar, but when the serpent or a snake just touch the milk, drink little person, then that milk become poisonous. Similarly, even this is Srimad Bhagavatam, but even if it is recited by a professional reciter, then it is not give any effect to develop devotional service. That's why Bhagavata padhatiya Bhagavata sthani. Ekanta saranaraha Govinda charana. That is the statement of Śukadeva Gosvāmī, Secretary of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He told you to hear Bhagavatam from a Vyakti Bhagavata. this book Bhagavad. Bhagavad is two types. This is Grantha Bhagavad and a personal Bhagavad. How can one understand this book Bhagavad when he hears it from a personal Bhagavad? That's why here in Naimisaranya, this 60,000 rishis they are awaiting to listen to Krishna Katha from Śukadeva Gosvāmī, who is a Bhagavad. And similarly, there are so many sages come, but Parikshit Maharaj is hearing Krishna Katha from mouth of Śukadeva Gosvāmī. Similarly, in whole ISKCON, we are hearing Krishna Katha from the mouth of Srila Prabhupada by reading this Bhakti-vedanta Purport. So, reading regularly Srimad Bhagavatam, specifically the Bhakti-vedanta Purports, we are associating with Prabhupada. So, this is the way. And when one has to hear regularly, Nityam Bhagavata Seva. In this material world, we are seeing everything with this material eyes. But when you want to see a sadhu, how can you see? Through ear. That means you have to hear from a sadhu. That's why this verse is telling, those who are engaged constantly hearing this Krishna Katha, they are actually making their life perfect. They are not subject to this rule. Āyur harati puṁsām astam asau. They are not subject to this rule. Because they actually know that this living entity is eternal. They are not subject to death. It is artificial thinking I am dying. It is because he is attached too much to this material body. So when one understands this truth and he engages himself in serving the Supreme Lord in the association of Vaishnavas or devotees, then his life becomes perfect. So, for a devotee, whether he is dying or living, the same. Prabhupada used to say the story. One sadhu saw different types of people. And when he saw a prince, then he gave the blessing. What is the blessing? Chiranjeevi Bhava, Ayushman Bhava. He may live long time. Then he saw a Muniputra, a brahmachari. He is doing nice devotional service. He pay obeisance to the sages. Then he says to, okay, Ma Jīva, you should not live anywhere, die immediately. Because now you are pure, your consciousness is pure. You are performing devotional service. Who knows, after you may be like Ajahn or something. It's better to die now and you return back to Godhead. Then he met another person, a butcher, cutting animals, killing animals. He told, Ma Jīva, Ma Amar. You should not die, neither live, neither die. You should die now, immediately the Jamadutas will catch you. Give you so much punishment in hells. And if you live, then again you continue cutting animals. So both is not good. That's why you should die or you should not die, you should not live. Then he saw a devotee. What is the blessing? Jīva Morava. For a devotee, both is same. That's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur used to say, he regency who thinks a devotee dies. A devotee never dies. That is not this. For actually, eternally, everyone is a Krishna's part and parcel. Everyone is Vaishnava. For a uttama-ādhikari Vaishnava, he sees everyone as Vaishnava. But this living entity due to his conditioning nature, he is not thinking. He is using devotee. But who has accepted this path of devotional service, for him there is no death. Even if whenever he is living in this material world, in this body, he is engaged in serving the Supreme Lord, and when after leaving this body also he will engage in devotional service and spiritual planet. So that is the goal of life. There is no other way. And how can we achieve in this age this goal? By chanting and ये कृष्ण सुधाम उपगते धर्म ज्ञानादिभिः सह कलौ नष्ट दुषामेश पुराण अर्क अधुना. When Krishna left this planet, entered his Goloka Vrindavan planet, then to fulfill the place of Krishna, what is he left? This Srimad Bhagavatam Purana take the place of Krishna. So by regularly hearing and reading Srimad Bhagavatam, nashta prayasu avadresu, all the unwanted things will be cleansed within our mind, and gradually we will progress in the path of devotional service. Reading Srimad Bhagavatam, and Srimad Bhagavatam is telling, Kalo dosa nidhe rajan asti hi eka mahan kirtanād krishnasya mukta sangha paramudate. O King Parikshit, Śukadeva Gosvāmī is telling, in this age of Kali, everything is bad. There is nothing good in this Kali. Kalo dosa nidhe. Nidhe means ocean. This Kali Yuga is an ocean of bad things. So, but there is one good quality. What is this? Kirtanād eva Krishnas. If you chant and glorify Krishna, Kirtanād eva Krishnasya mukta sangha paramudate. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That's why chanting Srimad Bhagavatam and chanting Hare Krishna mantra, there is no difference. Who is the Acharya? For 9 anga, there is 9 limbs of bhakti. For every limb there is one Acharya, who has perfected that particular limb in their devotional service. For Shravanam, who is there? Parikshit Maharaj. Kirtanam, Śukadeva Gosvāmī. Vishnu Smaranam, Prahlād Maharaj. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Lakshmi. Archanam, Prithu Maharaj. Bandhanam, Akrur. Archanam, Bandhanam, Tasyam, Hanuman. Sakyam, Arjun, or Subala Siddham, all these covered boys. Sakyam Atma, Nivedanam, Bali Maharaj. He gave everything. So the first, who is the Acharya for Shravanam Kirtanam? Parikshit Maharaj and Śukadeva Gosvāmī. What they are hearing and what they are chanting. The Acharya for Kirtan is Śukadeva Gosvāmī. What you are doing Kirtan? You are chanting Srimad Bhagavatam. And hearer is Parikshit Maharaj. But same chanter is telling that to chant also Hare Krishna mantra. Kirtanād Krishnasya mukta sangha paramudate. The concluding verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. When Sutta Goswami concluding Bhagavatam, the concluding verse of Srimad Bhagavatam is telling, Nama sankirtanādasya sarva pāpa pranāsanam pranāma dukkha samanam tam namāmi harim param. Nama sankirtanam. So the Goswami is closing this Bhagavatam, telling Nama sankirtanādasya sarva pāpa pranāsanam. Nam Sankirtan by chanting congregationally, loudly, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. So chanting this Mahamantra, Nama Sankirtanādasya sarva pāpa pranāsanam. One can free from all sinful reactions. Nama Sankirtanādasya sarva pāpa pranāsanam. Pranāma dukkha samanam. By paying obeisance to the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu, one can make himself free from the punishment of Yamaraj, Saman. Tad namami. I am paying my obeisances to that Supreme Lord and glorifying His name. I am closing this Bhagavatam. So that is the only way in this material world, in this age of Kali. There is no other way. That's why he told iti sodasakam namnam pari karmasanasanam nato paratara upaya sarva vedeshu tasyarte. In all Vedic literatures, this is declared. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama eva kevalam. Kalau nastaiva, nastaiva, nastaiva gatiranyatha. There is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chant and be happy. If you want to become happy, then always chant. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Any question or comment? Yes.
Hare Krishna. Maharaj, it's told that hearing Srimad Bhagavatam and chanting Hare Krishna is same. So why don't we chant Srimad Bhagavatam? Why are we chanting Hare Krishna? Chanting both of them is same, so we can chant either of them.
Yes, whatever you like to chant, who is prohibiting you to chant?
We are told to chant Hare
The
Krishna.
chanting is Bhagavatam, then there is no chanting of Hare Krishna. You stop Bhagavatam and chanting Hare Krishna.
Yes, we can do only one of these activities and
Yes, one can make himself perfect by chanting one of them. Okay?
but because we require that, that's why we are doing it. We require both of them, that's why we are doing it.
Prabhupada gave us both, so follow the Acharya. Okay? Hare Krishna. Any other question? There is a charity item because in the end of the purport, Prabhupada told about charity. Told about charity. Jat karosi jadasnosi jat josi dadasi jat tapasvasi kaunteya tat kurusva adarpanam. In Gita 9:27. 27? Yes. Krishna told. Whatever you are doing, jat karosi jadasnosi, whatever you are eating, jat karosi jadasnosi jat josi. Whatever giving in charity, dadasi, whatever giving as a gift, dadasi, it's giving as a gift. Jat josi dadasi, jat tapasvesi, whatever austerity you are performing, do everything as an offering unto me. So charity in Bhagavad-gītā is described different types of charities. Charity is in uttama-śloka-vārtayā and rajaguna and also in sattva-guna. So there is a belief, because today New Year many people give charity. Yes? But Krishna is saying don't give to other, give everything to me. When you coming to we going to your friend's house, today you are taking some gift. But when you coming to Krishna's house, this temple is Krishna temple. You must give something Krishna. Not something Krishna, you give everything to me. Tatpurusam adarpanam, whatever you giving in charity or gift, you give everything to me. If someone is in a mood of ignorance and he is taking a bath, the other one giving some money to these beggars, then what will that beggar will do? He run to tea stall, chai. Chai, in the morning he so good, chai. Then if more money, then he will buy some cigarette, smoke or drink tea. And if more money, then he can go to liquor shop, like this. So you are giving this charity. According to Shastra, 1/12% of this charity, whatever he is spending, every charity, but this money how he is spending, you are also, you will get the effect for that. He is doing some sinful activity, then you are also responsible for that. You are also responsible for that. Okay? So if you give it the charity to an unqualified person, so what will happen? You also go to hell. That's why Prabhupada giving the example how to give charity to a Brahmana. If you give to a Brahmana who is born in a Brahmanical family, but he is not actually qualified Brahmana, he is a Brahmabandhu, still in next life you will get the equal portion of amount of the money, whatever you get. But if you give to a qualified person, to a Brahmana, then it will like 100 times return. You will get return. But if you give to a more qualified, a Brahmana Vaishnava, who is a Brahmana, not only Brahmana, he is a Vaishnava. When it is 1,000 times more, you can return in next life. But if you give everything to Krishna, then Krishna will take you to return back to Godhead. So Krishna is telling, give everything to me. Jadasmasi, jadjuhasi, jadadasi, jatapasiskante, tatkurusva madarpanam. Give everything to me. Krishna is not recommending to give. You have to give either to a Vaishnava who will take the money and utilize it for Krishna service, or to Krishna directly. Then that is the real purpose of charity. Otherwise it will give unqualified persons and he will also entangle for his karma. So don't give charity to an unqualified person. Of course Gita is telling, Krishna is telling in Gita, there are two types of charity, Vastudana and Jnanadana. But which is more important? Jnanadana. Giving something, feeding someone, giving some vastra, someone, there are so many things you can give. But if you give him Bhagavad-gītā to someone, then no one can compare, no charity can be compared to that. When you give him a Bhagavad-gītā. In Ekadasi, in Purnima, and some special days, when Gita Maharaj says, to give a Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam to someone, then you will be qualified to return back to God. So everyone has to give some charity. It is not prohibited. I am a devotee, I will not give charity. If you will not give charity, then you will not also get anything, even if you go to a spiritual world. Among these, so many Ekadashis, one Ekadashi is Sattila Ekadashi. Sattila Ekadashi. But in the Mahaprabhu, there you are old lady, you are performing all the Ekadashis, Nirjala, remaining awake whole night. But one thing strange in his character, he never give anything charity. And Dwadasi is supposed to feed the Vaishnavas, Brahmana, then he has to take prasad. But he never feed anyone, never give any charity. So the Lord himself thinking, what type of devotee? He sees such, doing so much austerity, not even drinking water, remaining awake 24 hours a day, chanting my name, but he is not feeding anyone, not giving any charity to some Lord himself. Came as in a Brahmana form, in a old Brahmana, and taking a pot, just appeared on Dwadasi day morning, asking Mataji, Hare Krishna. Then again he asked him, asked her, so he became angry and became angry when he was just cleaning his house with gold and what? With cow dung and some mud. So he brought all this cow dung and mud and put it in angry mood on the pot of the Brahman. He is the Supreme Lord in the form of Brahman. Take! What type of ladies? But Lord took this cow dung and mud and he made a cottage in Vaikuntha. When our time duration is over, because he performed so much austerity, so Vishnu came and took her to Vaikuntha. And they pointed out this cottage is for him. And when cottage, but there is nothing for eating, no bed, nothing for her enjoyment. When he started crying, shouted, told Lord, I performed devotional service for whole life. I did all Ekadasi. Nothing for my enjoyment. Lord told him, very brief. Because you have not given any charity to anyone in your lifetime. Because of you did my personality, my devotional service, that's why you come to Vaikuntha world. Now you go down again and perform another Ekadasi. Sattila Ekadasi, that is. And then when the demigods, sometimes wives and demigods come and knock your door, then you give them charity. Give them charity, all this. And by that charity, then you will get again everything for your enjoyment. That's why Krishna told in Gita 18th chapter also, you must give charity. Do not stop these activities. There are so many stories in Shastras. If you cannot give charity, then your life is also useless. Padma Purana, there is story of Maharaj Śukadeva. He was a big king. He performed so many yajnas, so much austerity, everything. But in whole lifetime he never gave any charity to anyone. So when time the death came, because he was performing karmakana yajnas, he went to Brahmaloka, where Lord Brahma is staying in Satyaloka. But Lord Brahma told, okay, by your austerity, finances and yajnas, you come to my planet, but you never given any charity. So you did not get anything for eating. You did everything just to make your body very sound, healthy. So you have to eat this your own body. I will make this material body in such a condition, it will not spoil. Every day from Brahmaloka you have to go to this earthly planet and eat this body, your own body every day. By eating your own body, you will fulfill your stomach. That is punishment. Then this Maharaj Śukadeva started crying. So, how can I do? The Brahma told, okay, Agastya Muni come one day to you. When you were just going with this heavenly aeroplane to reach that dead body, and when you were eating this dead body like a jackal or a dog, then he will come. Agastya Muni will see you in distance. Then will stop you. Stop! Who are you? You are looking like a demigod and you eating the dead body. What are you doing? When you stop, you understand he is a great risk. And whatever ornament is in your body, take everything together and give in charity to get mercy. Then you come back and you get the opportunity to stay in Brahmaloka and get all the facilities. So that is the glorification of charity. In many places in Shastra is explained. So you have to give some charity. In this material world, at least those who are grahasthas, that is their duty to give some charity. To Brahmanas, to Vaishnavas. And those who are brahmacharis, they give whatever they collect. They give everything to Guru and Krishna. Brahmachari, Guru Kule, Vasandanto, Guru Hitam. For Guru, for the satisfaction of Guru, only the brahmachari maintain this body. And whatever you collect as alms, you give to Guru. Okay? Hare Krishna. Is already time? Any comment? Yes.
Charity we collect, you would use it properly.
That's why I am telling you that charity to be given to the Vaishnavas. So there is a Prabhupada giving the examples. To give to Vaishnavas or directly to the Supreme Lord. To give a devotee who can, you are convinced that this devotee will take this charity and he will utilize this charity for the service of the Supreme Lord, for preaching. The best activity is preaching for the Supreme Lord. Nacha puṁsām manusyesu kaścin me uttama. Krishna is telling you, no one is more dear to me than a preacher. Who is preaching this message of Srimad Bhagavad-gītā. Jare dekha, tare kaha, Krishna upadesh, amar ajñāye guru haya, taro hidesh. This is the ultimate instruction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is none other than Krishna himself. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Shri